We were talking during the break, Ed, about the means to an end and what you like to see. What is a good outcome for you? What's an ideal scenario when someone comes to you and goes through the process? How do you like to kind of leave everything?
Especially if there are children involved. I explain to people that, look, right now, obviously emotions are amped up. There's hurt feelings, bad feelings. But I tell them, to the best of your ability, you have to look globally. Number one, you have to be selfless and put your child's interests first.
Sure.
These children are not pawns. And I had a judge in Monmouth County, Judge Flynn, put it excellent once. He was speaking to the litigants directly on an event called Early Settlement Panel. You bring everybody in, try to settle their cases. And he said, if I find out that either of you have been discussing this divorce in the presence or directly to your children, in my book, that's psychological molestation of your child, and you're going to have trouble.
Wow.
He gave that speech. I was nervous, and I'm not even the guy in trouble, you know what I'm saying? It was one excellent speech, and I use it to this day to explain to people how serious this is. It can definitely cause permanent psychological and emotional damage to a child when they become a pawn in a divorce. One of my favorite things to say to folks is say, look, I realize things are very emotional right now, but your 8-year-old is still a little boy or a little girl. The goal here is that when your little boy graduates Harvard Medical School one day, the two of you can sit there in the audience, shake hands, and say, well, we did something right, didn't we?
We accomplished something together, right?
Where on the other end, I had a case not too long ago. I did the divorce in the 90s. Child was an infant, and now the child bar mitzvah time. So these people are fighting over how much, where, when. They wouldn't agree the sky's blue. And the ultimate resolution, against my advice, they do 2 separate bar mitzvahs. Now, as many of you folks out there may be aware, it's like a mini wedding. I mean, we're talking 30, 40 grand. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So financially, it's just plain stupid. But more importantly, and to be serious for a moment, can you imagine being that kid?
No, I wouldn't know. That's
my
horrible.
Mom and dad can't sit in the room and fake it for 4 hours and smile.
It's not like Thanksgiving where you go and you have turkey with one parent and turkey with the other one. We're talking about a full, blown-out party. Right.
And thinking really globally. There's grandkids one day and so forth, and you have to put your kids first.
Yeah.
Fine, you get in a car and you say, I still hate that so-and-so. But in front of the child, you're promoting mom, you're promoting dad. He loves you, she loves you. Those are the best litigants. And more than once, I've fired myself when my client continuously involves the children. I said, look, you can't pay me enough. Here's your refund. And don't get me wrong. When it comes to money and other situations, if I have to be aggressive, I tell lots of people I do peace, I do war. Let's start with peace.
Right. And I'm sure you do both equally as well. So
thank you.
Right. But and I'm sure you make that very clear to your clients. So whether a potential person comes to you, father, mom, whatever, you probably make it very clear, look, I operate in the best interest of the children that are involved here. Let me make that clear right in the get-go. If you're going to use these kids as bargaining chips, as pawns, as leverage, count me out. That's not what you do, right?
First thing I do, if a potential client sits down, we close the door, I sit down, I look to see if there's children. If there's children, I say, how's Joe Jr. doing? Oh, he's doing great. I said, I'm glad to hear that. And let me tell you why. I said, first of all, we're going to discuss some tough stuff here. And I want you to keep your eye on the prize. I want you to constantly be focused on what's most important here. Because money comes and goes, money can be divided, but that's your kid. Number 2, and hopefully it's a conversation I don't have to have, but I need to know if we have a healthy child or a disabled child, which would dramatically affect the advice and how the case is going to go.
That factors that affects how you would go about advising them, sure.
Dramatically. And finally, if I hear that a child that was on a roll forever and all of a sudden grades plummet, and or A kid who never got in trouble, all of a sudden, suspensions and detentions and so forth, that's a red flag to me that, A, that child should get in therapy immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I start trying to politely and tactfully navigate my way through the interview, the initial consultation of who's involving this child, or are both of these people? And does somebody need a little talk? Or is it the other side? And then I'm not going to be as pleasant when I explain this is to stop.
Do you have a good rapport typically with an attorney like yourself, but representing the other parties? Are you amicable, at least on the surface, or do you have a professional thing where, you know what, when we're in court or doing whatever, we're going to fight, we're going to go, but when all's said and done, we're...
I've been around long enough, and Middlesex is my main county, so I know all my colleagues very well and have very nice relationships with the vast majority of them. When it's going well, let's say you're my adversary.
Yeah.
You understand my problems. I represent the wife, and your guy stopped paying X, Y, and Z bills that he's supposed to pay while the divorce is still going down. Adversely, I understand your problems. You have to get your guy to understand that even though you caught her cheating on you, you still got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
We try to work it out. If not, we file our motions. We go to court. We do our job. Take the high road. Judges loathe when two lawyers become it's like
really?
the mom and dad are fine out there, and the two lawyers are fighting. Judges hate that.
And the judge kind of calls a timeout for the two of you. Okay.
Judge brings you out back, and kind of chambers, but brings you out in the woodshed. I think I see what the problem is here, counselors.
Yeah,
It's you two cut it out and talk to your people and do your job.
You see a lot of that? Does that happen a lot over your career?
Only if I feel that the other attorney is doing something unethical or radically unreasonable or aggressive for no purpose, stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Put it this way. This is what I tell a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't create trouble where there isn't, because in my profession, it's easy to find.
I'm sure it is.
I don't have to make it up. It comes.
People bring it to you.
I'm doing my best to constantly tell everybody. Again, say two people living in the house.
Yeah.
Every guy gets the same lecture. I don't care, because two people have a relationship. You know how to press each other's buttons. No matter what she says. You're ugly. Your mother's ugly. You're fat. I hate you. That's why I cheated on you, because you're bad in bed. No matter what she says to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's very unfortunate you would say that to me. Please don't say that anymore. I'm going downstairs to sit, or I'm going to go take a ride. Don't let her get you, because if she calls the cops and it's a restraining order, now your life's a total riot, and you're living in a Red Roof Inn.
Yeah.
And your divorce just got much more complicated, and custody and kids, and just you got to walk away.